What matters more in a game? Story, gameplay, or visuals? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LeisureHub Podcast. My name is Justin. I'm your host. Alongside me, my other host,
Pedro. I'm right here beside you, Justin.
Right here beside me. His head is sweating.
Not anymore.
Yeah, because I took his headphones off and I put them on my head, and so my hair absorbed all the sweat.
So we're good.
Yeah,
You saved me.
I saved you. Now I just have a little bit of Pedro's sweat hanging with me for all time.
Blood, sweat, and tears into this podcast.
There's no blood. Just sweat. Maybe a little semen all over the walls, but but that's pretty much it.
Bring in the black light.
Why does it gotta be a black light?
Stop, bro.
But no, we thank you guys for joining us back on the LeisureHub Podcast. So we have a very fancy one for you guys. One we were kind of pondering for a while, like what matters more, the visuals, gameplay, or story. And so like that's been our general thought. And like, if you look at a lot of games that are coming out now, that's like a general thing that people are kind of paying attention to. Either it's the gameplay, either it's the story, or blah, blah, blah. So like, I guess, Pedro, like, what would you say, at least for you personally,
right,
is the thing that stands out the most? And then kind of like also give like from a general perspective.
Yeah. I feel like the gameplay definitely overtakes everything.
Yeah,
it's a game. It's not a movie. You know, it's a form of entertainment, but we're gaming here,
right?
So the gameplay for me is the most important aspect.
Yeah.
If I'm not having fun with the gameplay, I'm probably not playing it. And if the gameplay is not as good, then it's probably because I'm playing it because the story is really good.
Right.
So at this point, I'm basically watching a movie, kind of like an interactive movie.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing either of those things, then I'm Gucci
or Prada.
Yeah. So when it comes to visuals, I put them down last on my list. Visuals are good. Mm-hmm. I love visuals. I love anything that looks really realistic.
Yeah.
Even in cartoon games, like if you have something that looks really good, mm-hmm. like for example, Cuphead. You know,
I've never heard of that game.
Cuphead?
Yeah.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Bro, I was genuinely.
Yeah, you're like, what? But no,
what?
it's a very pretty game. That's like it's a 50s style.
Yeah.
Art style.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily have quote unquote good graphics, because I mean it does, but they do it right.
Yeah, but it's just like it's the colors, how it stands out. Like, I don't know. It's just a very pretty game.
Yeah, it's like you're playing an episode from a 50s cartoon.
Yeah, that's true.
Like literally.
Yeah, there's no black people in that though.
That's okay.
Oh, bro. I wish we were on. I wish we were on camera. You should have saw Pedro's face. He's like, stupid. He's smacking his head. Stupid. Why did I say that?
But yeah. So how about you? I ask you the same question.
No, don't ask me this question. Moving on to the next point. No, I think I'm on the same boat as you. Like, I think gameplay matters the most over the three, and then obviously story comes after, and then visuals come second. As much as I love a pretty game, like as much as I'm like, bro, check out these graphics. These graphics are so dope. Because I remember being in middle school, right? Yeah. And high school, and I'm like, bro, think about in the next 10 years where graphics are going to be. Like realism, right? Like,
right.
You look at like Call of Duty, you look at Uncharted, like games like that. Like they're capturing realism.
Hell yeah.
And it's like sometimes like at least with Unreal Engine 5, some of the games look, pun intended, unrealistic. Or sorry, not unrealistic. They look unreal.
Unreal, I get it.
Yeah. But like, especially, have you seen that body cam game?
Yes. The shooter game?
Yes.
That's insane.
One where people were like, there's no way this game is real. It's
almost scary. It almost feels like somebody just strapped a GoPro and called it a game. But it was a game.
Damn, you weren't supposed to find that out. That was me.
Shut up. That was me.
But no, I'm going to play devil's advocate really quick because, you know, I could say that visuals matter to a degree. And the reason why I say that is because, like, if you saw a game that was like a game trailer, right?
Yes.
And let's say the gameplay looked really cool,
mm-hmm.
but it had really shitty, like, graphics. Would you consider buying it?
Hell no.
Right.
Because like it's a trailer. You're not actually playing it, so they might actually actually showing you real gameplay footage, but you're not playing it. You there's no way you could test out the gameplay on that.
Because like,
so the visuals is probably the best option they got,
right,
showing off in a trailer.
And like, so for example, for me is Lords of the Fallen, right? Like that game specifically, when I watched the trailer, I saw the gameplay. Obviously, it's like it's a Souls like, but like I'm looking at the visuals, I'm like, bro, the visuals looks so good. It literally, I was like, I don't know. I think they made it in Unreal Engine 5, but I'm like, the visuals are so good. And so then I'm looking at that, but then I'm also looking at the gameplay at some like interesting game mechanics, and I'm like, that's selling me. And then obviously, because it's a Dark Souls style type of game,
of course,
or Dark Souls, like, but like, I don't think you or I could ever sit here and say, oh yeah, the gameplay looked really cool, but the visuals look shitty. I'm still gonna buy. No. You know what I mean? Like I don't think in today's standards you could get away with selling a game that has mediocre visuals.
You can.
Like what game?
Remasters. Bro,
True.
they still look shitty, bro.
Well, actually,
not remakes.
You know, actually, no, there was Alan Wake 1. Mm-hmm. So I played that before I played Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 graphics are phenomenal. Actually, that's one thing I'll say. That's one of the games that I will say that gets it right too. Alan Wake 2 gets gameplay, story, and visuals right. I will say the gameplay is a little antiquated in terms of like dodging.
Yeah.
Because you haven't played it yet, but dodging is just like this little, like, you kind of like hunch over and then you roll to the side, or like you kind of dash to the left or dash to the right.
Okay.
Based on how you position the analog stick on your controller. But I would say the flashlight is probably the most unique thing in the game, which gives like the gameplay huge brownie points. And there's other things in it that have like the gunplay in it is really good.
Sounds intriguing.
No, the game is so good. I generally think that gameplay has a huge taking on how games are in general.
Yeah, big and like I said, like the gameplay definitely the most important aspect, but if it's not, the story better be like Shutter Island quality type story.
100%. Like, well, I guess my question now is for you is like, I mentioned Alan Wake 2 is it nails all three of those, like visuals, gameplay, and story.
Yep.
And do you think are there any other games that hit each three?
There are games where there are few. There are very few.
Give me
one
some.
of them.
Give me
one
some.
of them. One of them.
One of them.
Ghost of Tsushima gets them all three.
Trash game.
In my opinion.
Ass.
You know what? You're right. I think
that game should be canceled. Option. Do you know how racist that is for Japanese people?
Oh,
I feel like you could turn any game, movie, comic, TV show, and you could find something about it that's like, cancel it. It's done. It's done. It's racist. I mean,
it's true.
It depends on your perspective of things, right?
Yes.
But that's not that's not this type of podcast. We had like 10 of those. Yeah, I bet everyone's tired of our deep conversations.
They have to be.
Why? Why?
Because we always get deep.
Have you ever? You don't have Instagram. There's this Japanese guy, and I'm not trying to be racist.
Japanese guy, bro.
There's this Japanese guy on Instagram, and he's thugged out. I mean, he looks like a thug.
What do you mean?
Like blonde braids, gold chains.
So if somebody wears braids, they're thugs?
Yeah. When you had your braids, you were a thug.
Yeah, I was a thug.
No, but bro, he's rapping about sushi. Do I do the accent that he does in it, or do I not do it? I'm not Japanese.
It's up to you, bro.
You're really. He's like, I won't do it. He's like, I like sushi. I like sushi. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. You kind of did it right there.
I know sushi. You say sushi.
Okay.
What? Say it. Go ahead. Say it multiple times.
Sushi.
See, it has like tang.
There's no accent, bro.
There's a twang.
No. You did it.
You remember that one Key and Peele episode where Keegan-Michael Key, the bald one, is playing like country music in the basement with Jordan Peele, and he's like, "Oh, I love country music," and he's like, we'll gather around the tree for a hanging," and it's like he's just low key singing about like it's low key racist, and Jordan's like, see, there it is, like there's that like it seems a little racist to me. He's like, no, it's twang, it's country twang. And he's like, no, I'm pretty sure that's racist.
I gotta see that.
I'll show you it after his pod. But then he ends up doing it again, and then he plays it by himself. And he's like, okay, now I see how it's racist.
How it's racist.
Yeah, I went off a huge tangent, but
ADHD.
You said Ghost of Tsushima gets all three right.
Yes.
Visual, story, gameplay.
Yes. The visuals.
How?
The visuals are beautiful. The game might seem monotone at times, but it might be because of the part of the world that you're in. Like let's say, and it keeps it consistent. Like if you're in a certain part of the world or the map,
what's wrong?
Nothing, bro. Nothing. It keeps it consistent with that part of the world. So it looks good. It might look monotone because everything around you might seem the same way.
Yeah.
But when you cross over to another part of the world, for example, what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
But when you cross over to another part of the world, for example, the part of the world was filled with like leaves, like fall leaves.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's like you enter into another world and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
It gives you this wow feeling of like, wow, this looks really good.
Yeah.
And then you go into this world and you just like indulged in it to the point where it becomes monotone again until you get out of that world. It's kind of weird, but I think they nailed that.
I remember the photo mode that they had on it. And I remember playing. Yeah, it was awesome. I remember playing it on my PS4 Pro, and then you could turn the leaves on, and the leaves would flow across, or you could turn the grass that was blowing in the wind. I remember when I put the leaves on, you could hear the PlayStation. It's like, bro, like somebody get the bomb squad in here because this thing is about to explode.
That game was fire, bro. The gameplay was fun too.
No, I 100% agree with you. Like Ghost of Tsushima, one of my top games of all time. And
in gameplay, it's so good. I see a lot of, not I see a lot of people. I often see myself comparing this game to Assassin's Creed.
Which one?
Just Assassin's Creed in general, just because of how it's operated. You got the story, you got these outposts, you have the side quests and whatever.
Imagine an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
To the caliber of a Ghost of Tsushima game.
That's what I mean. This is the potential. Like Ghost of Tsushima is what Assassin's Creed should be.
Yeah.
And you got Sucker Punch. They actually took the opportunity and brought quote unquote Assassin's Creed to its full potential by creating Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah. Like in terms of the fighting, the fighting in Assassin's Creed sometimes it's fun, but sometimes could get old or almost too easy. But you got Ghost of Tsushima with different stances.
That's true.
It becomes fun and challenging. And not only that, but it gets you to be creative on the way that you fight. Sure. And I love when a studio gives you full creativity on what you want to do.
Sure.
With your fighting style.
But I can, as much as I love Ghost of Tsushima, I can 100% say that there is a point in the game after playing for so long that the game does get kind of repetitive. Yes. In terms of because in the first couple of hours,
it's like an Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, the first couple of hours you're getting used to the gameplay. But if you're completing doing a 100% of the game,
yes,
you're gonna feel it. Mm-hmm. You're gonna I'm going to this outpost. I'm doing the same stances. Mm-hmm. I'm just doing the same slashes. I'm doing a standoff, that type of deal. It gets repetitive after a while. But I think that's with any game. Any game is eventually, the longer you play, it will get repetitive. I mean, look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a great game, and I think the combat and the gameplay is fantastic.
Yes.
But eventually, after doing so many like side missions and so many crime takedowns, it's very repetitive. You can't switch it out or switch it up because it has so many different like elements to it. You have different like ways to like throw enemies up in the air. You can like throw them into other people. Like there's different combinations you can do.
Guess you'd be creative with that.
Exactly. Why are you bored?
The brain needs some oxygen.
That's
literally what is happening.
That's not. They haven't even figured it out yet. They still don't know why people yawn.
Because the brain needs oxygen.
Yeah. You know what game I would say too? I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, but you and I were kind of talking about this a little bit before, but there's one game growing up as a kid that I would 100% give the trophy to for all three categories. You know what game that is?
We were just talking about it.
Halo 3. Do the choir thing.
He was gonna ask me. I don't know, for some reason I knew he was gonna ask me this.
Do it.
Oh,
that was pretty good, bro.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I can't. Too bad.
Too bad no one's hiring right now for that. So just quit.
Yeah, dude.
No, but I would say Halo 3. I remember playing that game so many times as a kid. The replayability on that was like crazy.
Not only the multiplayer, but the story as well.
The story was great. The multiplayer was great. The like that at the time, I feel like the graphics.
At the time, dude.
I feel like at the time the graphics were
this
amazing.
Is crazy,
bro. Is this real life?
This is real life. We really thought.
Obviously, if you go back now and you play Halo 3, it's like
it's just ass.
It's not holding up to today's standards of like what a visual masterpiece should look like.
Right.
But I would say like another example, I would say Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom.
You think it hits all three?
Bro, the gameplay is fantastic.
Yes.
The story. Actually, now that I'm saying that,
yeah, that's why I was saying the story is all right.
The story is all right, but the visuals for its specific art style is really good.
Yes. It overcomes the story.
Yeah. So maybe it doesn't hit all three, but because it's Legend of Zelda, I'll give it all three.
Okay.
Call it a little biased.
I accept that.
Call it a little biased.
I accept that. I kind of want to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn / Horizon Forbidden West. Now, this is a personal opinion.
Those are games that are not meant to be spoken on the LeisureHub Podcast.
Forbidden.
Get it? Forbidden West? Because you know what I'm saying?
Anyways, Horizon Zero Dawn. When I first saw the trailer for this game, I think it was on E3 or something like that. I was so excited for this game because the graphics look so good.
Zero Dawn or Forbidden West?
Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Zero Dawn. And it was a new game. It was a PlayStation exclusive. You know, it was like, wow, like I'm so ready for this. But I was skeptical because the trailer looked good. The gameplay looked good, but I always wonder, it's like when I actually have the controller in my hand and is it going to feel right?
Yeah.
Bro, it felt beyond right.
Yeah,
like
I remember
the movement, like how you could jump, the arrow, everything felt so right. Gameplay, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I remember the first time playing Zero Dawn. Bro, creamed myself.
So good.
Yeah.
And so they nailed it on the gameplay. They nailed it on the graphics. My only complaint in this game, and I'm pretty sure you could find the same complaint in all the YouTube videos out there, it's the conversations between characters. It looks, which they improved 100%.
Do you mean like the facial?
Facial expressions and shit.
Yeah.
And that's my only complaint from the game. The story, I don't know if a lot of people have the same opinion as I do, but the story to me was like top notch. Like knowing how Aloy came about and like where she came from.
Oh, she's a badass.
And who quote unquote her mother is, bro. It's like, bro, this is so creative. Like,
yeah,
it's so cool. Like, the story was good, but the creativity within the story made it even better.
Yeah.
So for me, that's why it hits all three. And I include Forbidden West here because I think of it all as in one game, just improved. Then the story in Forbidden West was a bit hard to get into, in my opinion, but it was still good.
No, I mean, I remember playing Zero Dawn for the first time like years ago, and bro, that game solid. Like, I in love with it. Like shooting arrows, crafting, like gathering stuff, hiding in the foliage. Yeah, like bro, like the red
see
grass,
her hair color, like
and
match,
like flowing, matching and flowing and everything like that.
It's tough.
And like it makes you like. I don't know. It really puts you into the world of Horizon, right? Yeah. I do know what you're talking about though, but some of the interactions between the CPUs and like weird. Aloy, it's a little weird. Like it's a little kind of robotic. Yes. And even in Forbidden West, it's gotten better.
It's got a lot better.
It's a lot better, but it's still there. Yeah. And I kind of don't know why, but the graphics are insane, bro.
Bro, believe it or not, Forbidden West is one of my favorite PS5 games.
You think?
Yes. And I'll tell you this because...
Above God of War. Huh? Above God of War.
I put them on the same level.
Really?
Yes.
I would say God of War is higher than...
I find Forbidden West gameplay to be more fun than God of War.
I never thought you would have said that.
What?
I never thought you would have said that.
What?
God of War's gameplay is amazing.
It is. I'm not taking that from them.
Better than Horizon.
It's different. It's different. But I have more fun with Horizon because it's kind of like it's like an alternate, simpler version of Monster Hunter, in my opinion.
I never played Monster Hunter. Huh? I never played Monster Hunter.
It's super fun. It's super grindy, but when I play Horizon, it's not as grindy. It's more of a chill, and I can just choose. Oh, I feel like hunting down a Thunderjaw or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like I get to choose, and the cool thing about it is like, oh, these things actually help out my outfits and stuff. Like I love that shit.
I think the reason why I like the first one, Zero Dawn, so much is because it was balanced, like in terms of the amount of like, new armor and like new ammo types, new arrows, etc. But Forbidden West, they took
to another level.
They took it to another level, and they put way too for me, and the amount of time that I had, they put way too much in.
It's so good.
I like because okay, think about it, right? Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, basically the same game, right?
It is the same game. It is the same game. Forbidden West greatly improved.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if I loved Zero Dawn, I should have like thought Forbidden West was God tier then.
That's how I think.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. But when I played it, I'm just like, I'm not getting the same vibe, and maybe it's because of the amount of time that I had.
Yes,
but
I do agree that it takes a while for you to get into the game.
Yeah,
I feel like half the game is almost like an introduction.
Yeah,
which at first, you remember me talking about this too.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know if I can get into it. But once you pass that, it's like that halfway part.
Once you pass 20 hours in the game,
hey, I'm not taking that from you, bro. You're so right.
Yeah,
you're so right. It is kind of hard getting through that, but once you get through that, game is so good.
I mean, there's a lot of positive and
that's why I put Horizon Dawn above Forbidden West, but not better gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of positives and negatives in games. I mean, in general, like we could sit here all day and talk about positives and negatives and stuff like that. But you and I both know there are some other games that have some they just miss the mark. They have really good visuals and maybe a really good story. Or a really good gameplay and okay story, but some games just don't hit all three.
Yeah,
and like Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all in the same boat. Fantastic graphics.
Yes,
and /visuals, and but the gameplay is all right.
It's minimal,
and the story is all right. But like I think. I mean, at least for the time, like Uncharted 4, or Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all like representations of what the consoles could do at that time, like its peak performance. Because I remember when Uncharted 1 first came out on the PlayStation 3, the fat PS3, my cousin invited me over and he had just bought one. And he's like, bro, you got to try this game out. It's nuts. And I remember like as a kid at the time, the PS3 was insane. Like the graphics were nuts.
Yeah, bro. True. We all used to think like that.
Yeah. But like when you think back to those 3 games, like the stories aren't bad. Like they're no way, otherwise they wouldn't be beloved games. They're not bad. It's just like the gameplay is just kind of, it's all right. I mean, you duck behind cover, you shoot, it's third person off the shoulder.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just shoot. And it's nothing.
It's a story that keeps you going.
Yeah. It's legitimately like you're watching a AAA movie.
Yes.
Like a AAA action adventure movie.
Yeah, like a Hollywood type. Yeah.
Exactly. Like a John Wick type of thing.
Yeah.
Like John Wick, fun movie, but like story wise.
You're right. Yeah, it's true.
It's like a John Wick.
I can't disagree.
Or like Equalizer.
I don't think I have seen that.
It's with
it's one of them black dudes.
One of the black dudes.
It's one of the 3 big black dudes, bro. It's like Denzel Washington,
Will Smith.
Will Smith, Jamie Foxx. Come on, they're all
Jamie Foxx. Bro, that was the most racist comment you could have ever seen. And
come on, bro. I love them all. You gotta love them.
I don't.
That's racist.
I don't want them in my movies. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, that's my general consensus with Uncharted games. You know what I mean? What? No, not that. But the general consensus with Uncharted games is like they have a really, really beautiful game, but the story is just,
it's
I would say it's above It's like good. It's memorable. Do you remember the bosses in all 3 and all 4?
The main bosses?
Yeah.
I think my most memorable one was the second. Uncharted 2.
That was
you go around this tree and he's like trying to find you like a shotgun or something like that.
Is that 2 or 3?
I think I don't know. It might be 3.
1, I don't remember all that much because I remember playing 1 when it came out, but I didn't have a PS3 at the time, so I played my cousin's. And then I didn't beat it until later, like when they had the collector's edition, when they had all 3. Then I beat it, and that was the first time I actually played through. The second, third one, and fourth one are the only ones that I played multiple times.
I like the second one a lot.
I like 3.
Yeah.
You're in the aircraft or you're in the airplane. You're falling out. All the crates are falling out.
It's like the movie. The movie came out. Yeah.
The movie with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That entertained me.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop a couple other games just for sake of time, but Dead by Daylight.
Yes, the gameplay.
Mainly gameplay.
I mean, the visuals are outdated.
Yes, they look kind of cartoony.
Yes, and then basically no story.
Yeah,
but the gameplay takes over.
Yeah, Helldivers 2, baby. Great gameplay. I mean, I say great gameplay as if I played it. I have it. I just haven't gotten the chance to get to it yet.
It is good ass gameplay. I'll tell you that. Like top notch.
Yeah.
Gameplay. And visuals.
Yeah.
Especially like the bombs and the fire. Everything looks so good. Especially when you see that nuke go off.
Yeah.
Top notch. It's like you feel like you're in one of them action movies, like Michael Bay type shit.
Dude, a Michael Myers movie. That's a
Michael Bay.
Oh, Michael Bay. I was like, bro, I'm getting so sleepy. It's such a late night. We're recording at 4 a.m.
Where are you, bro? It's like, this guy gotta be in
some other part of the world, bro.
This guy in Europe.
But then I'm thinking about Helldivers. Diablo.
Oh, Diablo, bro. They're so good with gameplay.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. The gameplay is so good, but I tell you this.
I've never played story, so would you say that there's story in it?
Diablo 4 story is actually pretty good.
Okay.
But most people don't play Diablo 4 story. But I gotta say, Diablo 4 story is good. and I'd suggest
even though the game pisses people off.
Huh?
Even though the game is pissing people off?
I would say if you play for the story, I don't think you would get pissed off. I think the reason why people are pissed off is because the way the developer is handling the online aspect of it. And people are pissed off because they recognize the potential that Diablo 4 can be.
Yeah.
But
I feel that.
The developers, I feel like they put, how do you want to say this? Like basically gates where, oh, you could do this and you could do that, especially with the season passes. And anyways, it's just a whole big deal.
Well, that, and they have a whole bunch of microtransactions in it. It's like, it's like they're actively trying to get people to hate on this game. For what?
I would say it's not as bad as Call of Duty though.
You think?
No, it's not as bad as Call of Duty.
I mean, Call of Duty is bad with
because Call of Duty sells you literally like gun blueprints and stuff like that are top. It's like pay to win. Yeah. Good thing in Diablo is mainly what do you call that shit? Like aesthetics. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't make you any better at the game. Yeah,
yeah.
It's not, and so players know what they're getting to, and a lot of the stuff you get in the battle pass. In my opinion, the battle pass is almost a chore. Like it's a hassle.
Well,
like,
you don't get half the shit in it anyway.
Yeah, because it's so slow, and then sometimes like here I am ranting, and sometimes like you want to do certain dungeons, but those dungeons don't count towards the season pass. It's only the ones that they select. To me, that's annoying.
Yeah,
but it fills up kind of slow in my opinion. So if you're playing Diablo 2, just if the season pass is the only thing that's keeping you playing Diablo, there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
The gameplay is good. Everything is smooth. It's set up to be a great game. It is a great game in my opinion, but the potential it has, I mean, it could be more. But the gameplay is so good. Anyway, we're talking about gameplay. Yeah. And then the story is pretty good. It's not top notch. It's not top notch, but it's above.
See, I mean, I've never had the desire to play Diablo in any Diablo.
It's fun,
and
with friends too. It's fun.
Actually, no, that's a lie. It was Diablo 3 because that was PS3, right?
Yes.
That was the one Diablo I was actually interested in playing, but then I found out that it was like what kind of game is it? It's an MMO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a top-down MMO type of style, and I'm like, I'm not like a big fan of that type of thing.
Fun,
like it's a click and point or a click and like you. I don't see. That's how much I know about Diablo.
Like, you can move around and stuff like that, and like.
I thought it was like a click. You click in a certain area, they go to that area, and then they start attacking like the CPUs
no, dude, it's not at all. It's like you get to attack with your character and stuff like that. You get to swing and you can select different attacks that you get for your character specifically for that type of class. But I'm telling you, it's fun.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, will I play it? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. No, but I would say Skull and Bones and Death Stranding are both on that list for positive/negative vibes or examples.
There ain't no positive
for Skull and Bones.
For Skull and Bones, bro.
What about Death Stranding?
I gotta say I'm one of those that didn't play it.
Hideo Kojima.
He
is. I think he has great ideas. I think he's very unique. He's definitely 100% a well-respected person in the industry. But I do remember when Death Stranding came out, or like at least like the whole hype behind it, it just kind of it was so mysterious, and I was like,
did it hype you up?
Yeah, bro. This game, I was like, this game is gonna be so dope. He made Metal Gear Solid, like it's gonna be one of the best games of the year. And like, I mean, the biggest conception with the game was that it was a walking simulator, right?
Yeah.
And like, honestly, the game has predominantly like the visuals is the thing that sells the game. The story is long and kind of confusing and padded out, and then the gameplay is very basic. Like there's barely any gunplay in it. You're basically literally just collecting packages and delivering them. You're Amazon, but on foot and on bikes. And like the one cool part about it is you can build these roads across this like continent or part of the continent, and you can build these like roads, and then you can interact with other players who are playing the game like online. And so like if you're playing online or connected to the internet with Death Stranding, you can literally build up roads, and other people can help contribute to that road. And so it's just like this community of building stuff. So like in that regard, it's cool, but like it's very like there's a lot of for the majority of the part, you're literally either on foot or on a bike driving long distances where there's almost nothing. Like you have to go out of your way if you want to fight like a monster or something like that. You have to go out of your way to do that, or if you have to go to a specific area to do that. I'm hoping for Death Stranding 2 that it changes up that a lot, which there have been talks that it's going to change. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be he's going to be more of a delivery mercenary.
It sounds like the original concept, but
yeah. And so like I'm hyped for that. Will I buy it? We'll have to see. But Skull and Bones, I told you this in one podcast episode. I told you this game was going to be mediocre at best.
At best, bro.
At best.
Dude, I played the demo for this shit. I'm sorry, bro. It's my opinion. Yeah. I have the right to have my own opinion.
You don't.
Bro, the thing is, bro, I'm like a year or two ago, I was a big advocate for Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Because I consider myself a Ubisoft fanboy. Yeah. Because I like that stupid, dumb boredom type of shit where you go to outposts. I like that shit. That's guilty pleasure, I guess.
Yeah.
But lately, bro, they've been even like frustrating me.
Yeah.
Especially with Skull and Bones. I was so excited for this. One, I'm a pirate fan. Like I love everything pirate.
You're low key a pirate right now.
Yeah. Like I love everything pirate, bro. Like Pirates of the Caribbean, I love that shit, bro. Like
that's why you have a missing eye.
What?
Yeah, you have a missing eye. You have an eye patch.
Yeah, all right. I wish. That'd be dope.
I mean, I can help you out with that. I got a couple knives over there that
I can wait.
No, I'll take care of it.
Nah, I can wait. But everything that's pirate basically intrigues me, bro. Like when Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out, bro, I declared it my favorite Assassin's Creed. Like right there and there. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it was it was just pirates.
Yeah.
Bro, like pirates are fucking cool.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Completely on the other side of the spectrum, it has pirates in it. Have you ever played Ratchet and Clank: A Quest for Booty?
No.
It has pirates in it. It's literally like a pirate-based Ratchet and Clank.
I did play Rift Apart, and the world when you go into this pirate, the pirate world.
Yeah.
That was my favorite world.
Really?
Just because it was pirate themed.
I will say I did like that Ratchet and Clank. I have
to play it.
I kind of expected to have a little bit more replayability with that one. Mm-hmm. But like because Ratchet and Clank has always been one game that I've had a lot of replayability
always.
But my favorite one of all time was Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. I've beaten that game like 10 to 15 times. Because you know when you're a kid, there's like your parents aren't going to buy you every single game, and you obviously do that because you don't have any money.
You have to play something until the next game comes.
Exactly. Bro, I played that game unrelenting.
Damn.
It like, and I like, but the only thing, I never 100%ed it. Like there was always things that I was missing, and like I never found all the like the golden bolts or anything like that. But I have played it multiple times, and I had the Rhino. I think it was the V10, this one. And bro, it literally like shoots out a whole bunch of these missiles, and then it turns the screen white, and it just disintegrates everything in that area. Yes, bro. It's cool. The best Rhino gun in the entire game.
That's for PS3?
PS2.
Oh, PS2.
Yeah. The Rhino in Rift Apart is good. Yeah. Because it literally sends portals of like different things down, and it like strikes down. Sometimes it pulled like Jak and Daxter in. It pulled references of some of their other games. It pulls the elephant from Forbidden West, Forbidden West.
What?
Or it pulls something from Horizon.
Nah.
Yes, it does. If you keep shooting it, it'll pull something from Horizon. It's nuts.
Wait, what game is this?
Rift Apart.
Get the heck out of here.
You have the Rhino, right?
Yeah.
If you keep shooting it, sometimes it'll pull like something from Horizon, like one of the mechs machines from Horizon.
Nah.
Yes, it's so dope.
Dude, I'm geeking out right now. I'm gonna have to try that out.
It's so dope, bro. So I highly implore you to go check that out. But like another game for me, at least.
Hold on, dude.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I gotta finish Skull and Bones because that's
okay.
That kind of hits my heart, bro. It hits my heart, bro.
You know, we moved on to replayability. We moved on.
I know, but bro,
okay.
I just have to get this quick out of my chest,
okay,
bro.
Go for it.
Bro, don't buy this game. Bro, don't buy this game.
You heard it here first.
Not first, bro.
Pedro says don't buy the game.
Everybody is saying this, bro. Believe them. I'm typically the one to not believe people, but don't buy Skull and Bones, bro. Like all you do is sell the ship, literally, bro. And you're a deliverer.
You know this goes against our like don't listen to reviews type.
No,
of thing.
listen to me. Listen to me right now. Listen to me right now.
Oh my God.
If you don't want to waste your time
or money.
Yes, that's the game. All right, we can move on to replayability.
Well, I will say. Well, we've already been on replayability, but I will say with Skull and Bones, at least, like, I think this game could have been a lot. It could have been the game that fans wanted, and Skull and Bones could have been the game that fans wanted.
Oh, bro! All they had to do was Black Flag, get rid of the Assassin's Creed logo, and boom.
You're literally on a boat the majority of the time.
Yeah, you can't. You're not even fighting.
No,
like you can't even fight on foot.
It's a very small margin of people who will actually like this game. Like, so that's what I'll say. Like,
I'm trying to find them, bro.
You trying to find those people, bro? Yes. Go on Reddit. You'll find them.
Oh, you're right. I'm not even gonna fight.
But that's what I'll say. Like I'll say, like Skull and Bones, while it may not be the game that everyone wanted, like a Pal Worlds or like a Helldivers 2 or whatever game, GTA 6. It's not the game that everybody wanted, but it definitely does hit a specific demographic of people who like that type of battleship.
I'm going to challenge myself tonight. I'm going to look for those group of people.
Go for it. And next podcast, you have to come back.
Okay.
And you have to tell people about it. I don't know what the next podcast episode is going to be.
I'm going to find them. And I want to see what they're talking about. I really do.
You know, what game recently came out that people were like, oh, no, it wasn't a game. It was Avatar: The Last Airbender. Did you watch it yet?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm apparently the minority in thinking that the live action was hot garbage. It was better than the movie, but for some reason, I'm the only one that thinks that this live action was not good.
From what I see, looks that way.
And I honestly just don't know. Like whatever. So that's a tangent for another day. You have to watch Avatar.
You have the right to have your own personal opinion, bro.
It's fact. But no, we'll have to have you watch it, and then you and I can talk about it on the pod.
Okay. Next pod.
Yeah, next pod.
Okay.
If you have time to watch it.
We can go a little bit.
I haven't even finished it. That's how much I don't like it.
Damn.
Yeah. It's cringe, bro. I couldn't get rid of I couldn't get through some of the acting. But then you have Titanfall 2. How do you feel about that one?
Titanfall 2, bro,
in terms of replayability,
it holds a really special part of my heart.
Why are you rubbing your chest like that?
Huh?
Why were you rubbing your chest like that?
Because that's where the heart is located. Around your chest.
Yeah, but like, okay. Yeah, no.
It's like, okay. Titanfall 2, the reason why it's, for me, the reason why it has a high replayability rate, it's because first, it's a short game, story-wise.
Yeah.
The multiplayer is amazing. Like,
I never got into the multiplayer for Titanfall. I'm gonna be honest.
Man, bro, please make it Titanfall 3.
It's not gonna happen, bro. It's done.
No, I know, but bro, it hurts to talk about this. It really hurts because
I can see.
If Titanfall 3, if Titanfall 2 and Titanfall 3, it would have kept going.
Yeah,
that would have been my game. Like I know that's my game. I played the story like 10 times because it's short.
10 times. Did you platinum it?
Yes, it's platinum.
There you go.
It's a short story. It keeps you intrigued because every mission is something different that you do. And then the parkour apps, not only because you get to ride this fucking Titan, but also when you're on foot, the parkour aspect of it, it is so fun to play. Yeah. So it's a short story. It's fun to play. Equals out to playing it over and over and over and over again. So Titanfall 2, it's so good. 10 out of 10. Go play it. Try the multiplayer. It's basically it's the rise of Apex. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I can see that because they share the same universe, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's the rise of Apex would not be here if it wasn't for Titanfall. That's all I'm saying.
And so now you put Borderlands 3 on this list.
For replayability.
So I've never really played Borderlands. And I'm also like not a big fan of the art style for it because it's very comic booky.
No, I get what you mean.
So, but I don't know. You have to kind of give like your perspective on
my
that.
Perspective on it, I hated Borderlands at first. I did not like the art. It was actually my wife at the time. She was my girlfriend and she liked Borderlands. We played Borderlands 2 together for a little bit. I still wasn't. I mean, it was an older game by the time, so I was trying to play what's new. But then Borderlands 3 was coming out, and okay, I'm gonna give it another try. I think she gave it to me for Christmas one Christmas,
and you're like, man, what the fuck is this?
No,
shit?
I actually wanted it. I actually wanted it.
Yeah,
and played it and found myself having a shitload of fun. Yeah. Because all the different guns and what they can do. The storyline is funny. I mean, it's a good storyline, but it's not.
There is a lot of humor in it.
It is.
There is a lot of humor.
And there is. And the reason why I say it has a high replayability rate is because of the different classes. So, you want to pass a story with this class, you can. But then you have certain abilities, but then you want to pass on, you want to go another round, but with a different class. Right. So you could maybe pass the game like 3 or 4 different times and have different experience with the game. Yeah. And it's fun. And also you could co-op. I would call Borderlands the Rise of Destiny.
The Rise of Destiny.
Yes. Yes.
I don't see the correlation between the two, but I respect
when it comes to multiplayer. Okay. In my opinion.
But I was going to say, but I do respect your connection there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not Destiny, but I'm saying Destiny. No. Destiny took a lot from Borderlands. Yeah. They had to.
All right. Trick question for you. Yeah. What time do you think it is? It's the end of the LeisureHub podcast. Thank you, baby, for joining us on the LeisureHub podcast.
Thank you, baby.
Baby. I love throwing these out randomly for Pedro because it throws them off.
It does. I'm like, go.
But we appreciate you guys joining us on this episode. This one was kind of more of like a little bit more structured because we had to give some examples. We couldn't just like do a full conversation on like some of this stuff. So we did some research. Most of these games, I think all of these games we played. But overall, I think we came to like a conclusion of like generally gameplay is like the most valuable thing. And then you have visuals as like the dead last, but story does matter to a degree. Yep. You can't we didn't mention this one, but Outriders 2. Yeah. Great
good gameplay.
Story was like that story was
shit.
High garbage. Yeah. But the visuals were all right. I mean, the visuals weren't bad, but it was.
But the gameplay was it made up. It was good enough to play for a little bit.
It made up for it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Instagram. We have an Instagram page, LeisureHub Podcast. And we upload stuff on every Monday and every Tuesday, just when we do the releases for the next episode. So make sure you look out for that. Follow us. Let us know how we're doing. But anything else you wanted to add, P?
How?
Actually, we have a very secret episode that's coming up soon. We have our first ever guest, so make sure you guys get excited for that. Make sure you guys get subscribed and locked in for that, because shit's about to go down.
Shit's about to go down.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We appreciate you. We love
Always.
you. Share your thoughts on visual games, and we'll look out for you.
Also, let us know, what games do you think have all three? Good visuals, good gameplay, good story. Because we were having a hard time trying to figure out with some. So
Yeah.
we definitely would like to know if you got any games that we forgot or didn't mention. So yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Pedro's peeing on the couch, so I got to clean it up now. So
I did.
thanks. Ruin the couch yet again. This is the third couch this week.
Last week was a streak.
you left the streak on there. All right. Peace.
Peace.
How?
How?
I was getting so tired.
Bro, I'm telling you, the later it goes, the trippier, weirder we get.